So she went down last October in a pouring, driving rain. The skipper, he'd been drinking, and the mate, he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock, and she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There was just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost. But the groan she made as she went down, it caused us to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter'd rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, then met her sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. Then they laughed at us and said we had to go. But we talked of her all winter, sometimes days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 when she's floating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. That her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and who were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 times a day in a hard-hat suit, and twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. So we patched her rents, and stopped her vents, dug hatch and portals down, put cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we'll hit the air and then take up the strain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. That her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and who were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. For we couldn't leave her there, you see, to crumble into scale. She'd saved our lives so many times, pushing through the gale. And the laughing drunken rats who led her to her sorry grave, well, they won't be laughing in another day. And you, to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken, your life about to end. No matter what you lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken, your life about to end. No matter what you lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again.
I was on a ship that were carrying coal from Norfolk, Virginia to a place near Fall River, Massachusetts. And we got caught in a very bad storm. It was an old ship. And we didn't have very much warning. About 2 o'clock in the morning, we saw the ship was starting to get in trouble and go down by the head. And we called the Coast Guard, and they were on the way out as quick as they could. And the ship cracked up and rolled over at 4:15 a.m. The water was very cold. It was 39 degrees. I had heard enough stories about a vortex and a whirlpool sucking people down when the ship sunk, so I started trying to swim away as fast as I could. So it was probably the best part of an hour that I'd been doing this that I ran across a swamped lifeboat, and I managed to get into it. As the night wore on and the seas kept smashing down on top of me, and I finally got the feeling I just couldn't make it anymore. And I was just about ready to give up when all of a sudden the words came into my mind. Rise again, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter, rise again. And I just kept saying that over, and then the water cleared away, and I'd shout it out and sing it out. And another sea would come down on top of me. And I firmly believe that if it wasn't for that happening to me, I just was in a position where I couldn't have come through. And that song made the difference. and me living through that night. There isn't any question in my mind whatsoever about it.
She went down last October in a pouring driving rain. The skipper he'd been drinking and the mate he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock and she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low.